Hello and bienvenue. I am Joker, the Full Metal Joker. Now, before I get started with the topic at hand, I have to let you know two things. One, if you do not like what has to be said, please remove yourself from this video. Two, everything I have to say is mostly opinion based with a lining of truth. But if you feel like I'm wrong in certain areas, or I need more information in others, please feel free to contact me. You should already know how to do this by now. With that being said, I was going to wait on doing a video like this until all the votes were counted and this election was finally over. But due to all the fuckery that has been happening as of late, I decided to go ahead and get it done anyway. Now, what do I mean by fuckery? Well, as you can see, like some of the states that were firmly red switched to blue in like less than a couple of hours. And there are still states which, even though most of the votes have been counted, are still being shown as selected. And if you check on Twitter, there's post after post of people posting people sending in ballots way past the due date. People sending in not just one ballot, that would be understandable, but cases upon cases of ballots way past the date that they're due. On top of that, there was a video that showed up on Twitter of someone happily taking all the votes that were mailed in, setting them on fire and burning them while people cheered about it. And all I've got to say about all this is, what does this prove? Yeah, most likely Biden's gonna win, but it makes your party look like garbage in the process. Now, before you go, well, you're just saying that because you support Trump. No. Believe me, if Trump pulled the same stuff, if California, which was notoriously known for being a blue state, was firmly blue for days, and then in less than a couple of hours switched to red, and a bunch of Biden's votes were suddenly destroyed or missing or hidden, and all of Trump's votes, like pretty much what's been going on with Biden's votes and what's been happening to Trump's votes. If all these was Trump and his supporters were doing, I'd be ready to be firmly pissed off at him. So this is not me just taking sides here. This is me going, what happened to an honest election? What happened to people getting their voices heard? What happened to just doing your vote and getting it over with, getting the election over in a swift manner so we know who's going to be the leader for the next 4 years? And if the person that you don't like gets elected, work with your local politicians to get what needs to be done in your state done, like you're supposed to do. Not with all this other crap, and then when you point it out, you go, well, fact check proves it false, yet you have all this evidence right here. And back to the people that are doing this stuff, what makes you think you can get away with it? In this era where everyone has a device with a camera on it strapped to their hip at all times, you really think that you can sneak a bunch of votes in and get away with it? Where you can sit here and do all this stuff and get away with it? And for God's sakes, if you're going to do something illegal, like burn a bunch of people's votes, don't take video recording of it and post it on the internet. What the hell is wrong with you people? And again, this isn't just me being pro-Trump ranting about why Trump isn't winning. No, this is someone that sits here and takes these elections seriously, like all of us should, and not treat it like some shit show just to get someone that you like in office. As I said on Twitter, this is not an election of popularity. This is not an election to put someone who you like in the White House. This election is for to put the right man for the job. and how you choose the right man, every person gets one vote and everyone decides. But apparently, because Orange Man bad, it's okay to sit here and do these shitty tactics. And as I said before, you do realize you doing this, doing all these things, you just make Biden look bad. That you just made the Democratic Party look like a bunch of shady individuals. Even though I know quite a few Democrats that aren't like this and would be appalled at seeing stuff like this happening. But you're making the party look like garbage. Why? So you can get the person you like in? So you can boot out the person who you think is Satan incarnate? What you've done is thoroughly fucked over an election, a rather important one. Instead of doing the right thing, instead of sitting here, casting your vote, letting it be, and as I said, if the person that you like didn't get in, work with your local politicians to get what needs to be done in your state done, what needs to be done in your county done, hell, what needs to be done in your city done. Instead of being that change that you want to impose your will on others. That isn't right, and it will never be right. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, thank you, and good luck.